Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay and with me is Reshma Tiwari with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan in 6 states, the 125 days campaign to be implemented on mission mode to provide employment to migrant workers and create infrastructure in the rural regions. Mr. Modi hails it as a historic day as mega campaign has been launched for the welfare of the rural poor and the employment. Prime Minister says Army has been given full freedom to take necessary steps, assures that Indian Armed Forces are leaving no stone unturned to protect the country. Air Chief Marshal says Indian Air Force is fully prepared for any contingency in the wake of the situation in Leh. And Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu welcomes newly elected candidates to the Rajya Sabha. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today launched a massive rural public works scheme, Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan, in 6 states. He said this Abhiyan will provide livelihood opportunities to the migrant workers and will help in the development of rural areas by creating local infrastructure.
आज खगड़िया से शुरू हो रहा यह गरीब कल्याण रोजगार अभियान इसी भावना, इसी जरूरत को पूरा करने का एक बहुत बड़ा माध्यम है। बिहार, उत्तर प्रदेश, झारखंड, ओडिशा, मध्य प्रदेश और राजस्थान, इन 6 राज्यों के 116 जिलों में ये अभियान पूरे जोर शोर से चलाया जाएगा। हमारा प्रयास है कि इस अभियान के जरिए श्रमिकों और कामगारों को घर के पास ही काम दिया जाए।
At the outset, Prime Minister paid his homage to the martyr who sacrificed their lives while protecting the borders in Ladakh, saying that he wants to assure that the entire country stands with the army and families who lost their beloved ones.
लद्दाख में हमारे वीरों ने जो बलिदान दिया, देश तो सेना पे गर्व करता ही है, लेकिन आज जब मैं बिहार के लोगों से बात कर रहा हूं तो मैं गौरव के साथ इस बात का जिक्र करना चाहूंगा कि ये पराक्रम बिहार रेजिमेंट का है। हर बिहारी को इसका गर्व होता है और जिन वीरों ने देश के लिए बलिदान दिया है उनके प्रति नमन करता हूं। बिहार के भी हमारे जो साथी जिन्होंने बलिदान दिया है उनके प्रति मैं अपने श्रद्धा सुमन अर्पित करता हूं और उनके परिवारजनों को भी आज जब बिहार से बात कर रहा हूं तो मैं विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूं कि देश आपके साथ है, देश सेना के साथ है, देश उसके उज्जवल भविष्य के लिए कृतसंकल्प है।
While launching the campaign, Prime Minister said today is a historic day as a huge campaign has been started for the welfare of the poor people and for their employment. He said country knows the needs of the poor people and this campaign is a medium to fulfill those needs by providing work opportunities in the vicinity of the homes.
आज का दिन बहुत ऐतिहासिक, आज गरीब के कल्याण के लिए, उसके रोजगार के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा अभियान शुरू हुआ है। ये अभियान समर्पित है हमारे श्रमिक भाई बहनों के लिए, हमारे गांवों में रहने वाले नौजवानों, बहनों, बेटियों के लिए। इनमें से ज्यादातर वो श्रमिक हैं जो लॉकडाउन के दौरान अपने घर वापस लौटे। वो अपनी मेहनत और हुनर से अपने गांव के विकास के लिए कुछ करना चाहते हैं। वो जब तक अपने गांव में है, अपने गांव को आगे बढ़ाना चाहते हैं।
Mr. Modi interacted with some people who came back to the villages after the lockdown. He said after the lockdown, talented people returned to their homes and this is a time to convert this crisis into an opportunity by creating rural infrastructure with the help of these talented migrant workers.
मेरे श्रमिक भाई बहनों के इस काम को जब मैंने जाना, उनकी देशभक्ति को, उनके कौशल ने मेरे मन को एक प्रेरणा दी। उसी में से मुझे आइडिया आया कि ये कुछ करने वाले लोग हैं और उसी में से इस योजना का जन्म हुआ है। आप सोचिए कितना टैलेंट इन दिनों वापस अपने गांव लौटा है। देश के हर शहर को गति और प्रगति देने वाला श्रम, हुनर जब खगड़िया जैसे ग्रामीण इलाकों में लगेगा तो इससे बिहार के विकास को भी कितनी नई ऊर्जा मिलेगी, नई गति मिलेगी। गरीब कल्याण रोजगार अभियान के तहत आपके गांव के विकास के लिए, आपको रोजगार देने के लिए 50,000 करोड़ रुपए खर्च किए जाने हैं।
Hailing the contribution of rural India in fighting coronavirus, the Prime Minister said the way villages have fought coronavirus has taught a big lesson to cities. The Prime Minister said the government is making every effort during the time of corona pandemic so that people do not have to take loans from anyone while living in the villages. He said Self-Reliant India campaign Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan started with the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, and within a few weeks about 1.75 lakh crore rupees were spent on the scheme. He said in 3 months work has been done to provide ration and pulses to 80 crore poor. The Prime Minister said the mapping of the skills of all labourers has also been started. Mr. Modi said more than 10,000 crore rupees have been transferred to 20 crore women Jan Dhan accounts. He said this was made possible due to the infrastructure created in the past years for the smooth transfer of money directly in the accounts of the poor people. He said for Self-Reliant India, self-reliant farmers are equally important, and by keeping this in mind, government has abolished several discriminatory laws in the past few days. He said now farmers can sell their produce to anyone and anywhere without any hurdle, and it will empower them. Prime Minister launched the campaign through video conference from Telihar village in Khagaria district of Bihar in presence of Chief Minister Nitish Kumar along with other Chief Ministers and Union Ministers. The campaign will be operationalized through the common service centers and Krishi Vigyan Kendras in the districts. The Abhiyan has been introduced through the coordinated effort of 12 different ministries and departments, namely Rural Development, Panchayati Raj, Road Transport and Highways, Mines, Drinking Water and Sanitation, Environment, Railways, Petroleum and Natural Gas, New and Renewable Energy, Border Roads, Telecom and Agriculture. The campaign of 125 days will be implemented on mission mode. It will involve intensified and focused implementation of 25 different types of works to provide employment to the migrant workers and create infrastructure in the rural regions of the country.
Our Bhopal correspondent reports that 24 districts of Madhya Pradesh have also been included in the campaign. Here's a report.
In Madhya Pradesh, over 7.5 lakh migrant labourers have returned to the state so far. Apart from this, more than 72% of the state's population belongs to rural areas. There are more than 56,000 villages in the state, so the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan will prove to be a boon in the direction of rural employment in the state. Roshan Kumar Singh, CEO of Zilla Panchayat in the tribal-dominated Khandwa district, has described this scheme as very useful.
इस योजना में जितने हमारे जिले में प्रवासी मजदूर आए हैं, उनको विभिन्न योजनाओं के तहत कन्वर्जेंस करके उनमें हमें राहत पहुंचानी है। तो सबसे जो इम्पोर्टेंट उसमें काम है वो ये है कि जितने हमारे लोग आए हैं उनको विभिन्न योजनाओं के तहत रोजगार देना, जैसे मनरेगा में भी हमारा सबसे ज्यादा चल रहा है।
संजीव शर्मा, AIR न्यूज, भोपाल।
As part of the Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to boost livelihood opportunities in rural India, 4 districts of Odisha have been covered. A report.
Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan will cover 4 districts of Odisha. They are Baleshwar, Bhadrak, Balangir and Ganjam. According to the state government, over 5,43,000 migrants have returned to the state so far. Around 1,50,000 migrants have returned to Ganjam. Likewise, 97,885 migrants have returned to Balangir and 48,248 migrants have come back to Baleshwar district. The migrant workers who have returned to Odisha from other states hoping to get some work under the Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan. Iti Shri Singh Rathore, AIR News, Cuttack.
In Jharkhand, 3 aspirational districts of Hazaribagh, Godda and Giridih out of the 116 selected districts have been covered under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan inaugurated online today by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Migrants who have returned to their native places post the COVID-19 lockdown situation are hopeful of finding a job based on their skills. The new scheme shall provide employment opportunities to around 45,000 people who have migrated back in these 3 districts and are hopeful of finding skill-based jobs in MSME, small sector units, agriculture and telecom units. According to government's data, around 5,12,000 migrant labourers have returned to the state so far.
Prime Minister's Office PMO today said attempts have been made in some quarters to give a mischievous interpretation to the remarks by the Prime Minister at the all-party meeting yesterday. In a statement, PMO said Prime Minister was clear that India would respond firmly to any attempts to transgress the line of actual control, LAC. In fact, he specifically emphasized that in contrast to the past neglect of such challenges, Indian forces now decisively counter any violations of LAC. The all-party meeting was also informed that this time Chinese forces have come in March larger strength to the LAC and that the Indian response is commensurate. Regarding transgression of the LAC, it was clearly stated that the violence in Galwan on 15 June arose because Chinese side was seeking to erect structures just across the LAC and refused to desist. The focus of the Prime Minister's remarks in the all-party meeting discussions were the events of 15 June at Galwan that led to the loss of lives of 20 Indian military personnel. Prime Minister paid glowing tributes to the valor and patriotism of the armed forces who repulsed the designs of the Chinese there. The Prime Minister's observations that there was no Chinese presence on a side of the LAC pertain to the situation as a consequence of the bravery of the armed forces. The sacrifices of the soldiers of the 16th Bihar Regiment foiled the attempt of the Chinese side to erect structures and also cleared the attempted transgression at this point of the LAC on that day. The PMO said the words of Prime Minister, those who tried to transgress a land were taught a befitting lesson by our brave sons of soil, succinctly summed up the ethos and the values of the armed forces. The Prime Minister had assured that the armed forces will leave no stone unturned to protect the borders. This government is strongly and resolutely committed to the Indian territory as clear from the map of India. The all-party meeting was briefed in great detail on some illegal occupation. Over the last 60 years, more than 43,000 square kilometers has been yielded under circumstances with which the country is well aware. It was also made clear that this government will not allow any unilateral change of the LAC. The PMO said at a time when the brave soldiers are defending the borders, it is unfortunate that an unnecessary controversy has been created to lower their morale. However, the predominant sentiment at the all-party meeting was of unequivocal support to the government and the armed forces at the time of national crisis. Government expressed confidence that the unity of the Indian people will not be undermined by motivated propaganda. Prime Minister convened an all-party meeting last evening to discuss the situation in India-China border areas. Heads of various political parties participated in the meeting, which was held through video conferencing. The Prime Minister said 20 brave soldiers of the country made the supreme sacrifice for the nation in Ladakh, but not before teaching a lesson to those who had dared to look towards their motherland. He said the country will forever remember their valor and sacrifice.
लद्दाख में हमारे 20 जाबाज शहीद हुए, लेकिन जिन्होंने भारत माता की तरफ आंख उठाकर देखा था, उन्हें वो सबक सिखा कर गए. उनका ये शौर्य, ये बलिदान हमेशा हर भारतीय के मन में अमिट रहेगा.
The Prime Minister said the army has been given full freedom to take necessary steps and India has also conveyed its position clearly to China through diplomatic means. The Prime Minister stressed that India wants peace and friendship, but upholding sovereignty is foremost. Mr. Modi said through all-party meeting, he wants to assure the families of the martyrs that the entire country stands with them. The leaders of the political parties hailed the bravery displayed by the armed forces in Ladakh. They reposed faith in the leadership of the Prime Minister in this hour of need and expressed commitment to stand united with the government. They also shared their thoughts and ideas on dealing with the situation. Congress President Sonia Gandhi, NCP's Sharad Pawar, National People's Party's Congrad Sangma, BSP's Mayawati, Trinamool Congress Chief Mamata Banerjee, and JDU President Nitish Kumar were among those who attended the conference.
Air Chief Marshal R.K.S. Bhadauria has said the Indian Air Force is fully prepared for any contingency in the wake of the situation in Leh. Speaking to media in Hyderabad following a combined passing out parade at Dundigal in Hyderabad, he said that IAF has taken all necessary measures including increasing the patrolling in the area.
We are aware of the full situation, be it LAC, be it deployments beyond LAC, be it all the air deployments, their posture, the kind of deployments. We have full analysis and we have taken necessary actions that we need to take to handle any contingency that may come up with this kind of deployment.
Stating that the sacrifices of the soldiers during the Ladakh face-off will not go in vain, he said their actions demonstrated the resolve to protect the sovereignty of the country. He further said in spite of unaccepted Chinese action after agreements were reached during military talks and resulting loss of lives, all efforts have been made to ensure that the current situation was resolved peacefully at Galwan Valley. He made it clear that the forces are well prepared and suitably deployed to respond to any contingency. Earlier, over 100 flying officers were commissioned into the Indian Air Force from the academy. A Pakistani drone was shot down by the Border Security Force along the international border in Kathua district of Jammu Division in the wee hours today. The drone was spotted hovering in the skies by a BSF party on patrol duty in the vicinity of border outpost Pansar around 5:10 a.m. BSF personnel shot down the flying object 250 meters inside Indian territory. Weapons have been recovered from the Pakistani drone, which include 8 grenades, 1 US-made rifle and steel bullets which can pierce a bulletproof vehicle. Senior BSF and police officers have rushed to the spot and further investigation is on. You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan in 6 states, the 125 days campaign to be implemented on mission mode to provide employment to migrant workers and create infrastructure in the rural regions. Mr. Modi hails it as a historic day as mega campaign has been launched for the welfare of the rural poor and their employment. Prime Minister says Army has been given full freedom to take necessary steps, assures that Indian armed forces are leaving no stone unturned to protect the country. Air Chief Marshal says Indian Air Force is fully prepared for any contingency in the wake of the situation in Leh, and Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu welcomes newly elected candidates to the Rajya Sabha. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
अपने साथ अपनों का ध्यान रखो, बड़े बुजुर्गों का तुम ध्यान रखो, तो बात करो, कुछ मदद करो, कोरोना के चलते याद रखो, घर की सफाई ना भूलना, हाथों को धोना मत भूलना, सुरक्षित दादा दादी नाना नानी अभियान, अपने साथ अपनों का ध्यान.
The Union Government today said that the recovery rate of COVID-19 reached 54.12% in the country and a total of 213,831 people have recovered from the disease so far. During the last 24 hours, 9,120 people have recovered from COVID-19. Presently, the total number of active corona cases in the country is 1,68,269. Health and Family Welfare Ministry said a total of 14,516 new cases have been reported in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 3,95,048. This is the highest number of cases registered in a single day since the outbreak of the pandemic in the country. In one day, a total of 375 deaths have been reported, taking the nationwide toll to 12,948. The case fatality rate is 3.27% in the country. Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR, said that a total of 1,89,869 tests of coronavirus samples were conducted by various laboratories in the country in the last 24 hours. This is the highest number of tests conducted by the laboratories in a single day. So far, 66,16,496 tests have been conducted. The total confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Nagaland today crossed 200 mark with 3 persons testing positive. With 201 confirmed cases, the state has 76 active cases, while 125 have recovered. In a tweet, Health and Family Welfare Minister S. Phangnew Phom said, out of 275 samples tested, 3 new cases of COVID-19 positive have been reported.
Mizoram has registered a total 140 positive cases of COVID-19 with 10 new positive cases in the last 24 hours. According to an official statement, 10 samples were tested positive and results of 184 samples are awaited from 954 samples processed yesterday. Of the total 140 positive cases, 9 persons have been cured and discharged, and the total active cases stand at 131. Participating in AIR live phone-in program on COVID-19 last night, Dr. Naresh Gupta, medical consultant at Maulana Azad Medical College, told AIR News that antigen testing, which has been approved by ICMR, gives faster results and will be helpful for testing in containment areas.
ICMR ने एक नई तकनीक लगाई है एंटीजन टेस्टिंग की, उसमें आपको आधे घंटे में ही रिजल्ट मिल जाता और वो रिजल्ट वहीं पे मिल जाता। अभी इसको इसलिए लाया गया कि जिस जगह पे हॉटस्पॉट्स हैं वहां जाएं और वहीं पे टेस्टिंग करके वहीं रिपोर्ट देके वहीं फैसला कर लें कि इधर क्या करना है, उनको क्वारंटीन करना है, उनको केयर हॉस्पिटल में भेजना है या और ज्यादा सिक हैं।
In a series Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring you the views of leading medical experts on COVID-19. Talking to AI News, Dr. Uma Kumar, head of Rheumatology Department AIIMS, suggested people to follow social distancing, hand hygiene and cough etiquettes.
Only thing which helps is social distancing or physical distancing. Along with it, you have like hand hygiene, washing your hands very frequently, and cough etiquettes like while coughing or sneezing, just cover your face and nose. Use tissue paper or cloth, or if you don't have anything, you can just cough into your elbows. So third thing is using the face mask. For a general public, you can use cotton face mask, and then they have to be very positive. Don't give up, and surely we'll conquer over this virus.
President of the Public Health Foundation of India, Dr. K. Srinath Reddy, said India is in a much better position as compared to the rest of the world as far as the COVID-19 cases are concerned, and the measures taken are yielding results.
अब तक जो नतीजे निकले हैं उससे पता चलता है कि ये वायरस का प्रभाव को रोकने में हम काफी कामयाबी हासिल कर चुके हैं दूसरे देशों के मुकाबले में। आज का हालात जो है उसमें कोई संशय नहीं है कि हमारा हालात दूसरे देशों के मुकाबले में बेहतर है इस वायरस को डट के मुकाबला देने में।
The News Services Division of All India Radio in its bilingual live phone-in program today will bring a special discussion on COVID-19. Listeners can ask questions to the experts on toll-free telephone number 1-800-115767. You can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on a Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. This can be heard tonight on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. onwards.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, round the clock, follow us on Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
अरे बबलू, लॉकडाउन खुलते ही टहलने निकल पड़े। महामारी अभी फैली हुई है।
सरपंच जी टहलने नहीं, कहाँ पे वापस जा रहे हैं?
तुझे डर नहीं लगता वायरस पकड़ लेगा?
पहले थोड़ा बहुत डर लगता था, फिर पता चला कि अगर मैंने पूरी सावधानी बरती तो ये बीमारी होने की संभावना कम है। सबसे महत्वपूर्ण है ये मास्क। काम पर मास्क हमेशा पहनूंगा, समय समय पर हाथ धोता रहूंगा और दूसरों से हर वक्त कम से कम 2 गज की दूरी बनाए रखूंगा। खुद को, दूसरों को और अपने परिवार वालों को भी सुरक्षित रखूंगा।
अरे भाई, मेरी जिम्मेदारी बनती है तुझे चेतावनी देना, तो दे दिया।
जब देश के मेडिकल और स्वच्छता कर्मचारी रोज कोरोना वायरस से लड़ने का काम कर रहे हैं तो हमारी भी तो जिम्मेदारी बनती है अपना काम करने की।
बबलू, तुझे कुछ हो गया तो?
हजारों लोग इस बीमारी को हराकर ठीक हो चुके हैं और अगर किसी कारण मुझे ये बीमारी हो भी जाए तो सरकार ने अस्पताल में हमारे इलाज के लिए पर्याप्त व्यवस्था कर रखी है। ये घबराने का वक्त नहीं, एक दूसरे का हौसला बढ़ाने का वक्त है। कोरोना वायरस से हमें लड़ाई जारी रखनी पड़ेगी और उससे डर कर नहीं, पूरी सावधानी के साथ डट कर चलिए। रुकी जिंदगी को आगे बढ़ाएं, देश को आत्मनिर्भर बनाएं। जय हिंद।
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has extended warm welcome to all the 61 candidates who have been elected to the Rajya Sabha from 20 states in the biennial elections. In a series of tweets, Mr. Naidu said the 61 members representing as many as 20 political parties besides independents highlight the diversity of our polity. Vice President said he is keenly looking forward to meeting all the members at the earliest. He said the elected represent a healthy mix of veterans and first-timers to the House. He hoped that all the elected members will make good use of this opportunity over the next 6 years. Results of all 8 states that went to polls for Rajya Sabha have been declared. Voting was held for 19 seats spread over 8 states yesterday. On the 19 seats, 4 each were from Andhra Pradesh and Gujarat, 3 each from Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, 2 from Jharkhand and 1 each from Manipur, Mizoram and Meghalaya.
Tomorrow is International Yoga Day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has appealed to people to mark the 6th International Yoga Day on Sunday at home with family while following all norms of physical distancing. In a video message, Mr. Modi said, "We are marking the 6th International Yoga Day in extraordinary times." He said usually Yoga Day is about public events and mass participation, but this year Yoga Day goes indoors. The Prime Minister said the theme of the International Yoga Day this year is Yoga at Home and Yoga with Family.
अब इस अंतर्राष्ट्रीय योग दिवस को हमें अपने परिवार के स्वास्थ्य के लिए पूरी तरह समर्पित करना है। हम खुद योग करें और दूसरों को भी प्रेरित करें ताकि हमारा परिवार और हमारा समाज स्वस्थ रहे। हम सभी ये जानते हैं कि अभी तक दुनिया में कहीं पर भी कोविड-19 कोरोना वायरस की वैक्सीन नहीं बन सकी। इसलिए इस समय स्ट्रांग इम्यूनिटी ही हमारे लिए, हमारे परिवार के लिए बहुत बड़ा सुरक्षा कवच है। यही हमारा बॉडीगार्ड है।
The theme for this year is announced by the United Nations is Yoga for Health, Yoga at Home, a theme that is the most befitting in this time of pandemic. True to the theme, a college student at Tuticorin in Tamil Nadu says she and her family members have not visited any hospital as yoga helps them maintain good health. A report.
The house of a yoga master in the port city of Tuticorin is jostling for space for accommodating more and more shields and cups, all owned by her college-going daughter. The student Kanishka demonstrates more than 150 postures of yoga and has won covetous awards in national and global events. She says she began practicing yoga at the age of 6 and her whole family is involved in it for long. She asserts that she does not remember the last time she has visited a hospital for health issues, as yoga helps them all lead a healthy and balanced life in body and in mind. She says yoga is also a booster of one's immunity, which is the most required for anyone, more so in this pandemic-ravaged time. Jai Singh, AR News, Chennai.
Yoga is a science of well-being. There are many people in the society who are not only practicing yoga, but also sharing the benefit of yoga by teaching it to others. A Mumbai correspondent reports that to mark the International Yoga Day, a regular yoga practitioner, Dr. Suhas Chaudhary, is conducting online yoga sessions between 15th to the 21st of June. Over 100 people from all parts of India and some other countries have participated in this initiative. Here is more in this report.
Dr. Suhas Chaudhary has been practicing yoga for the last 8 years. He is also a certified level 2 yoga teacher. While practicing yoga, he has also been conducting yoga classes since last 4 years.
On the auspicious occasion of International Day of Yoga, we have been organizing yoga sessions past 3-4 years which follow common yoga protocol. This year too, with the serious background of COVID-19, we are organizing yoga and pranayam sessions online. People are enthusiastically participating in these sessions not only from Maharashtra and other states but also from the foreign countries.
In the wake of COVID-19, Dr. Chaudhary started conducting special yoga sessions related to respiratory yogasanas. He sincerely believes that all people in our society should reap the benefits of yoga. Madhuri Pange, AIR News, Mumbai.
Now let us take a look at the weather updates for today. The national capital Delhi will generally be cloudy with light rain. Minimum temperature recorded was 22 degrees Celsius and maximum will remain around 36 degrees. Mumbai will have cloudy sky with moderate rains. The minimum temperature recorded was 26 degrees Celsius and maximum will be around 32 degrees. Chennai will have cloudy sky. The minimum temperature recorded was 30 degrees Celsius and maximum is expected to go up to 41 degrees. Kolkata will have cloudy sky with a few showers of thunder showers. The minimum temperature in the metropolis was 27 degrees Celsius while maximum will be around 33 degrees. Chandigarh will see cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. The minimum temperature in the city was 29 degrees Celsius while maximum will be around 38 degrees. Hyderabad is expecting generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. The minimum temperature recorded was 24 degrees Celsius while maximum will be around 33 degrees. Bengaluru witnessed minimum temperature of 21 degrees Celsius and maximum is expected at 29 degrees. The city will have generally cloudy sky with light rain.
In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, the minimum temperature was 25 degrees Celsius in Jammu, while maximum will be around 41 degrees Celsius. The city is likely to have partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan in 6 states. The 125 days campaign to be implemented on mission mode to provide employment to migrant workers and create infrastructure in the rural regions. Mr. Modi hails it as a historic day as mega campaign has been launched for the welfare of the rural poor and the employment. Prime Minister's office says attempts have been made in some quarters to give a mischievous interpretation to remarks by the Prime Minister at the all-party meeting. Air Chief Marshal says Indian Air Force is fully prepared for any contingency in the wake of the situation in Leh, and Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu welcomes newly elected candidates to the Rajya Sabha. And with that, we end the midday news.